Welcome to Socially Served. I'm your host, Frank Stroka. It's been a while since we've been in the studio, but I'm really happy to welcome Chef Smiley. Welcome back to our studios at the Disability Channel.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me. It's an honor to be on set again with you, Frank.
Yeah,
it's been a long time.
It has been. And you know what? We were just in the kitchen and Smiley was cooking up a storm, literally.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
man. We had some good food today, man. Did a little shrimp and oyster stir-fried with rice and bok choy. Amazing menu.
See, it was so good he can't remember it, right?
Yeah, absolutely, right?
But it was good.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. So you'll see the show after Socially Served. That'll be coming up next. But what I wanted to really talk about was Chef Smiley, sort of a little bit about yourself, how you became a chef. And then I want to talk about our exciting program for culinary. And we're going to actually be launching a culinary program here at the Disability Channel in conjunction with Alware. So, Chef Smiley, why don't you give us a little bit of a background as to how you started to be a chef?
Okay, well, that started back when I was in high school, Frank.
Wow.
Right? I got an opportunity to run a concession stand from my former basketball coach, and I took it and just ran with it. So I was selling coffee, donuts, bagels, date square, stuff like that, right, for the night school crowd. From that, it just elevated into, I got an opportunity to get into the cafeteria, school cafeterias, and I cooked in the whole of the high schools and universities in the city, man. From Toronto right back to the Catholic board. So that's how I got into the business, taster business, right?
Excellent. And so when you started as a chef, and so that's really like being a really entrepreneurial at that time, right?
Correct.
A young entrepreneur
Right.
doing cooking, which is amazing because, you know, I'm going to segue into what we're trying to do here
Right.
at the studios is try to put together an entrepreneurship program, an apprenticeship program
Sounds
for
good.
individuals who are looking at re-entering the workforce into starting up as a line cook or a basic, prepping in
Well,
the kitchen.
As you say that, man, when I started going from school to school, some of my Catholic schools and stuff had culinary classes. So once I'd go in there, I would the chef of the class would give me some of the students to work with as well. After that, we got them into restaurants as an apprenticeship as well. So you're right on point with that.
Well, we're starting to find in the economy now, right? I mean, just walking down the streets from our studios, you know, I see these signs, help wanted, help wanted.
Right.
It's really hard to get people started and engaged in trying to get back to work. All these restaurants have been hit hard.
Yeah.
Hospitality has been hit hard. So what we were trying to think of, and we've actually piloted something together,
Yes,
Smiley.
we did. Yes,
we
we
had
did.
a small group of individuals where we actually,
Yeah.
taught them how to cook.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we tried to pilot back in mid-April to mid-May, and actually had about 4 or 5 students that was working with me, man. So basically, they came in. You know, they had 2 days in the kitchen with me, and then one day was inside the class in the studio here, so that they get their certification and stuff at the end of it.
Yeah, and actually what we're doing is doing the food prep certification. They've done the WHMIS, health and safety. They've also done, now actually we're going to be doing, of course, the first aid and CPR.
Yes,
so that they'll be doing that. But the main thing is actually having the hands-on in the kitchen.
Experience, absolutely.
And having the experience with you, chef, and being able to cook up several different dishes. So
Absolutely.
you actually created those dishes.
Yep.
You created the program in terms of the cooking for them.
Right.
Each of them had their own sort of duties that they had to do.
That's right.
And it worked really, really well. So now they're at the point where now we'll be providing them with a few life skills, getting them ready for the job, and going out into the community and getting them opportunities.
They come away with a lot, because even not just that, they get their own cutting board, they get their apron and knife to take at the end of it as well.
Yeah.
So even so, they still benefit from it, one way or the other.
So how do you find that, you know, knowing this kind of life skill for cooking? And I know, you know, when you were preparing food, it was important that you prepared something that was nutritious, healthy, cost effective, because it's so, groceries they're so expensive.
Yeah.
So we're always looking at how best could you prepare food? How can you make it tastier?
That's right.
Right?
That's right. It's all about the taste, man. It has to have that taste. It doesn't matter. If the food ain't have no taste, then it's a waste. That's why it's called taste tier, right? So with that being said, now the kids come in. I do a different diversified menu, going through my three main basic cuisine. It's Chinese, Caribbean, and Italian, right? So they get 2 days, 2 days in, like I said, in the kitchen. You know, we start off with the basic, you know, salad, the bread, the butters, that start, and then we elevate from there, Frank.
Right, and I think we did jerk chicken too.
We did it, absolutely.
That was at
yes.
the end. That was the biggest one, I think, right?
Absolutely.
And then we just, and the nice thing is that we prepare the food. We're able to eat the food as well, right?
Absolutely,
Taste
yeah.
it.
Yep.
That's important because you got to smell the food, you got to taste the food.
Gotta
So that's
taste it,
really
man.
good.
Yep.
And then they have those skills forever. So,
Forever.
So that's a great
Benefit,
step in the
yeah.
right direction. And what we're going to do is take a break, and we're going to be right back. And after we do a little summary with Chef Smiley, we're going to take you to the kitchen and taste your kitchen, and Chef Smiley is going to do a show for you. So stay tuned. We'll be right back after this message. Welcome back to Socially Served. I'm your host, Frank Stroken. As you know, Socially Served is for you, the consumer, to make informed decisions. And we're here with Chef Smiley. Welcome back, Chef Smiley.
Thank you for having me.
And we just had a bit of a break, but now we're going to talk a little bit about the culinary program, which we mentioned Chef Smiley is heading. He's preparing food there for the culinary program. And we talked about how we're enabling people to transition into employment opportunities.
Absolutely.
But you know what? It's all about adversity too, right? Fitting in.
Yeah, fitting in. You know, like, you know, this program that we piloted is for everybody. So I'm coming from a fully able now to a partial paralyzation, right? But that doesn't stop me. You know what I'm saying? I still move around in my wheelchair and do what I gotta do, right? Now, anybody with a disability can apply for this program. It doesn't matter if it's one you can see or what you can't. But as long as there's a disability, you get that opportunity. That's why it's all about the opportunity, and that's what you get here with Socially Served and Tastiers, right? So
we want you to apply. We have the next intake coming up in September. So anytime you feel like this is a good fit for you, you're interested in cooking or culinary, please contact us at the Disability Channel, www.thedisabilitychannel.ca, and you can speak to Frank Soroka, myself, or you can talk to Jay Stoyan, the director, and they'll forward your inquiry to the cooking culinary program. So I also wanted to let you know, Chef Smiley, this is the thing you're going to see in Tastier when Chef Smiley is in the kitchen. He is fully able. And there's no such thing as a disabled, it's ability. It's an ability, enabled person in a wheelchair cooking.
Yeah.
Like, it's amazing. And you almost always want to kind of, okay, how can I help? And that, you got it all controlled, man. It's great. And so there you go. Like,
trying to be self-sufficient at the end of the day. It doesn't matter what your disability is.
Absolutely. So again, thanks again for joining us, Chef Smiley. I
My
really
honor,
appreciate
man.
it.
Great to be back with you again.
Yeah, it's great to have you again.
Thank you.
And thank you, viewers, for joining us. And we'll see you again on Socially Served.